What if the way you talk to yourself in the morning could change your entire day, your entire life? Most of us wake up and immediately start the negative self-talk. I'm not good enough. I'm behind. I should be further along. What's wrong with me? But what if you could rewire that? What if you could start each day reminding yourself of the truth, that you are worthy, capable, and enough exactly as you are? I'm Elle-Marie, and welcome to Haven Space. Today, I'm sharing 10 morning affirmations that can help you rebuild your self-worth one day at a time. Before we dive into the affirmations, let's talk about why this matters. Your self-worth is your foundation. It's how you see yourself when no one else is watching. It's the voice in your head that either lifts you up or tears you down. And for most of us, that voice learned to tear us down a long time ago. Maybe it was from childhood. Maybe from a toxic relationship. Maybe from a series of disappointments or failures that made you believe you weren't enough. Whatever the source, that voice became automatic, unconscious, the background soundtrack of your life. But here's the beautiful truth. That voice can be changed. Not overnight, not with one affirmation, but gradually, consistently, through repetition and intention, you can rewrite the narrative. How to use these affirmations. I'm going to share 10 affirmations with you. You don't have to use all of them every day. Pick 2 or 3 that resonate most deeply with you right now. The ones that make you feel a little uncomfortable, those are probably the ones you need most. Say them out loud if you can. Write them down. Put them on sticky notes on your mirror. Set them as phone reminders. The more you encounter them, the more they sink in. And here's the key. You don't have to believe them fully right now. You're not lying to yourself. You're planting seeds. You're creating new neural pathways. You're teaching your brain a different story. Eventually, with enough repetition, these affirmations become your new truth. Affirmation number 1. I am worthy of love and respect simply because I exist. Not because of what you do, not because of what you achieve, not because of how you look or how successful you are or how much you weigh or how impressive your career is. You are worthy simply because you are here. Your existence alone makes you worthy. This is the foundation. This is where we start. Because if you don't believe you're worthy at your core, everything else becomes conditional. I'm worthy if I'm productive. I'm worthy if I'm liked. I'm worthy if I'm perfect. No, you're worthy, period. When to use this affirmation? Use this one when you're feeling like you have to earn love. When you're people-pleasing to the point of exhaustion. When you feel like you're not enough unless you're constantly proving your value. This affirmation reminds you, your worth is inherent, not earned. Affirmation number 2. My past does not define my future. I am writing a new story. Maybe you made mistakes. Maybe you stayed too long in the wrong relationship. Maybe you made choices you regret. Maybe you hurt people. Maybe you hurt yourself. Your past happened. You can't change it. But it doesn't get to write the rest of your story. You are not your mistakes. You are not your worst moments. You are not what happened to you. You are what you choose to become from this moment forward. Every single day is a chance to begin again, to choose differently, to be different. Not because the past didn't happen, but because you're no longer defined by it. When to use this affirmation? Use this one when shame is keeping you stuck. When you keep replaying old mistakes. When you're convinced you've messed up too much to deserve good things. This affirmation reminds you, you get to start fresh right now. Affirmation number 3. I choose myself. My needs matter, my voice matters, I matter. For so many of us, choosing ourselves feels selfish. We've been taught to put everyone else first, to shrink ourselves, to stay quiet, to not take up space. This doesn't mean you become cruel or unkind. It means you stop abandoning yourself to keep others comfortable. When to use this affirmation? Use this one when you're about to say yes when you mean no. When you're shrinking yourself to fit into someone else's expectations. When you're exhausted from putting everyone else first. This affirmation reminds you, you are allowed to choose yourself. Not sometimes. Every time you need to. Affirmation number 4. I am enough exactly as I am. I don't need to be fixed or changed to be worthy. This one is hard, because we live in a world that constantly tells us we're not enough. Not thin enough. Not successful enough. Not smart enough. Not healed enough. Not confident enough. Not productive enough. There's always something to fix, something to improve, something to change before we can finally be acceptable. But what if you're already enough? Not perfect, not finished growing, not without room for improvement, but enough. Fundamentally, at your core, enough. You can work on yourself and still be enough. You can have goals and still be enough. You can want to grow and change and still be enough right now, in this moment, exactly as you are. When to use this affirmation? Use this one when you're in the comparison trap. When you're scrolling social media feeling like everyone else has it figured out. When you feel like you have to be someone else to be lovable. This affirmation reminds you, you don't need to be different to be worthy. You are enough right now. Affirmation number 5. I release what no longer serves me. I make space for what brings me peace. You're allowed to let things go. Relationships that drain you. Beliefs that limit you. Habits that hurt you. Grudges that keep you stuck. The need to be perfect. The need to please everyone. You're allowed to put it down. Not everything that once served you still serves you. Not everything you once needed still needs to be carried. Some things were for a season, and that season has passed. Releasing isn't about running away or avoiding. It's about choosing what you carry forward and what you leave behind. When to use this affirmation? Use this one when you're holding on to things out of guilt or obligation. When you know something isn't good for you, but you're afraid to let it go. When you're carrying too much. This affirmation reminds you, you have permission to release what's heavy. You don't have to carry everything. Make space for peace. Affirmation number 6. I trust my journey. I am exactly where I need to be. It's so easy to feel behind. Everyone else seems further along, more successful, more healed, more put together. But your journey is yours. It's not supposed to look like anyone else's. It's not supposed to follow someone else's timeline. Where you are right now, even if it's messy, even if it's hard, even if it's not where you thought you'd be, this is exactly where you need to be for what you're learning. The detours weren't mistakes. The delays weren't failures. The struggles weren't signs you're doing it wrong. They were part of the path. This affirmation reminds you, trust the timing of your life. You are exactly where you need to be, learning exactly what you need to learn. Affirmation number 7. My feelings are valid. I am allowed to feel what I feel without judgment. We've been taught to suppress our feelings, to not be too emotional, to get over it, to move on, to be positive. But your feelings aren't wrong. They're not too much. They're not something to be ashamed of. You're allowed to be sad. You're allowed to be angry. You're allowed to be scared. You're allowed to feel joy and then feel sad an hour later. You're allowed to have complicated feelings that don't make logical sense. Your feelings are information. They're not the enemy. They're trying to tell you something. When to use this affirmation? Use this one when you're judging yourself for how you feel. When someone tells you you're overreacting. When you feel like your emotions are too much. This affirmation reminds you, your feelings are allowed to exist. You don't have to fix them or change them or justify them. You just have to feel them. Affirmation number 8. I am resilient. I have survived everything that's tried to break me. Look at everything you've been through, the heartbreaks, the losses, the disappointments, the betrayals, the moments you thought would destroy you. And yet, here you are, still standing, still trying, still showing up. That's not luck. That's resilience. You are stronger than you give yourself credit for. You've survived 100% of your worst days. You've made it through things you thought you couldn't survive. You are not fragile. You are not broken beyond repair. You are resilient. When to use this affirmation? Use this one when you're facing something hard and you don't think you can handle it. When you feel weak or defeated. When you've forgotten how strong you actually are. This affirmation reminds you, you've already proven your strength. You are resilient, and you will get through this too. Affirmation number 9, I deserve good things. Joy, peace, love, these are my birthright, not things I must earn. Somewhere along the way, you learned that good things have to be earned. That you have to work hard enough, be good enough, suffer enough to deserve happiness. You don't have to earn joy. You don't have to deserve peace. You don't have to prove you're worthy of love. These things are your birthright. You were born deserving of good things, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. This affirmation reminds you, you are allowed to have good things. Affirmation number 10, I am becoming who I'm meant to be. Every day, I grow closer to my truest self. You're not finished yet. You're not a finished product. You're still becoming, and that's beautiful. That means yesterday's version of you doesn't have to be who you are today. That means today's version of you doesn't have to be who you are tomorrow. You're not lost. You're not behind. You're becoming. And every day, every single day, you're growing closer to the person you were always meant to be. When to use this affirmation? Use this one when you feel stuck, when you don't recognize yourself anymore, when you're in transition and it feels uncomfortable. This affirmation reminds you, you are always becoming. Trust the process. Trust yourself. You're exactly where you need to be on the path to who you're meant to be. So there they are, 10 morning affirmations to help you rebuild your self-worth. Let me share them one more time so you can choose the ones that resonate most. 1. I am worthy of love and respect simply because I exist. 2. My past does not define my future. I am writing a new story. 3. I choose myself. My needs matter. My voice matters. I matter. 4. I am enough exactly as I am. 5. I release what no longer serves me. I make space for peace. 6. I trust my journey. I am exactly where I need to be. 7. My feelings are valid. I am allowed to feel what I feel. 8. I am resilient. I have survived everything that's tried to break me. 9. I deserve good things. Joy, peace, love are my birthright. 10. I am becoming who I'm meant to be. How to use these? Pick 2 or 3 that hit different. The ones that make you uncomfortable are probably the ones you need most. Write them down. Say them out loud every morning. Put them where you'll see them. And remember, you don't have to believe them fully today. You're planting seeds. You're creating new pathways. You're teaching yourself a new story. With time, with repetition, with patience, these affirmations will become your truth. I'll see you in the next one.